Now, in Daniel chapter 2, a king suddenly had a dream, and to all intent and purpose, he actually forgot the dream, but he reckoned that the dream was bad, and he wanted to understand. He wanted people to give meaning to the dream he had even forgot. So he sought for the wisdom men, the astrologers, and the people of the wisdom of old in his time to be able to interpret the dream. Now, the first barrier was that they had to know what he dreamt about, and they then would have to give interpretation. It became an ominous task for everyone, the wise men, and he even threatened he was going to kill all the wise men in his time if they were unable to solve this riddle. Now, the Bible talks about a personality called Daniel. Now, when Daniel was brought before the king, he sought for a little time for him to be able, to get understanding. But here is the thing. Now, what I actually want for us to understand is the concept of leadership. Daniel was a leader of his friends. He had other friends, about 4 persons. When Daniel met the king, the Bible says in chapter 2, verse 17, that he returned back to his friend, and they all gathered to call the God of Israel. And the Lord opened the heavens portal for them to understand, number one, to even know the dreams. Then the Lord gave them an interpretation. Here's what I'm trying to establish. Now, Daniel was interfacing with the king as the leader over the company of his own friend. But it was not the labor of Daniel alone that brought about the results, or that brought about the secrets and the meaning of the dream that the king had. It was a synergy of the 4 persons, including Daniel, that eventually actually brought about the results. What am I trying to say? Leadership is about synergy. We must be able, as people in the position of leadership, to be able to work with people. But the challenge oftentimes about leadership, especially when the class of leadership we have in this kind of environment, many leadership are Machiavellian. They often use, the followership to be able to achieve their own personal gain. Hear me. When Daniel was presenting the discovery of how the God of heaven had been able to honor them with the dream and then the interpretation, he sought his friends. Now, when the king acknowledged truly that Daniel had access to an unusual wisdom that actually gave an understanding and meaning to the wisdom, he honored Daniel with a political appointment. Now, Daniel did not enjoy all of the things that came with that leadership responsibility alone. He did not enjoy all that came with him interpreting the dream alone. He was quick, in Daniel chapter 2 verse 23, he was quick to also recommend all of his friends, even for different political positions. What am I saying? Leadership is about the collective responsibility, and when the reward also comes, it must also be about the collective opportunity and benefits. When leadership is self-centered, when leadership is Machiavellian, leadership will only be particular about what it can gain or how it can use people as a pawn to be able to achieve its own personal and inordinate ambition. I'd like to also understand that many of the proliferation of churches in this part of our world is often as a result of this explanation. Many pastors, associate pastors, have actually labored in the moment of the wilderness of the ministry. They have labored with different pioneering pastors. When the benefit begins to manifest, it will interest you to know that they do not deem it fit to be able to also carry the people that have also labored with them over the years. At least the Bible says that you don't muzzle the ox that treads the corn, that the husbandman is worthy to partake of the first fruits. These persons have equally labored just as the visionary. But when the moment of ease and comfort begins to show up, they have nowhere to be found. It is often one of the major reasons why many people that ordinarily have not been called into pioneering ministry to actually go in anger or in frustration to go and set up their own. Many ministries we have, it is not everyone that is called into the ministry that have been called into pioneering ministry. Some are meant to serve in the different commissions. Some are meant to be like Aaron that is holding for the hand of Moses. But the reality we have on ground, that the frustration of the many pioneering pastors, when the moment of reward, when time of refreshing begin to come, they do not feel a sense of duty to be able to let the associate, ministers who have equally labored with them over the years, to also enjoy the comfort and the phase to which the ministry is. I know what I'm saying. I have been around for a little while.